Do you believe in aliens?
Yes.
I don't know.
If you're asking if there is other life that exists in the universe, without a doubt.
I just think that like the universe is so big. It's like, how would we be the only ones?
Today, we're gonna be discussing 7 bizarre cases of alien abduction.
Abduction?
The idea just sounds so far out of reach.
First question.
Oh, this is like real.
Which abduction story allegedly inspired a national obsession with alien abductions? Was it A, the Travis Walton abduction, B, the Pascagoula abduction, C, Betty and Barney Hill, or D, the Antonio Vilas Boas abduction?
What the hell? I have not heard any of these. What?
And they are all real cases.
Real cases?
I would like to just say now, I did drop out of college for a reason.
Yo, even if you went to college, you wouldn't know what these are.
You don't know.
See, I don't know any of these, so I'm just going off vibes.
The Travis Walton abduction, first of all, that sounds like a rap album.
That's funny.
Like Betty, you know? I can hear like Betty saying something like, I got abducted by it. Like, it just feels right, Betty.
If I'm remembering correctly, I believe the Betty and Barney Hill abduction is the most well-known one because there was both physical evidence. They had small points of injection marks or suction marks.
D!
It's Betty, huh?
It's Betty, right?
It's Betty White.
Betty and Barney.
Betty White.
Ooh, that was my second pick, was A.
Really?
so.
I just felt something coming from A.
The correct answer is C!
No way! No. It was Betty and Barney?
Those seem like names of someone who would say that they got abducted by aliens.
Betty and Barney
I
Hill
should have
abduction.
went with Betty because Betty would get abducted.
Betty called my attention to an object or a star that she had been watching. I told her that it was probably a satellite.
Of course, yes. It's always a satellite.
But then, as they continue driving south, Betty notices the aircraft appears to be stalking them.
It left the top of the mountain, came out over the highway.
Imagine like, I don't like that.
Oh my God.
Imagine a light tracking you from the sky as you're driving.
I'd be like, guys, I'm just trying to live a normal life. Stop.
Stop. Did she draw a map?
Oh.
She did.
She drew a map of where the aliens said they were from in the star. She drew a star map.
Yep.
How does he... What?
Sorry. I like aliens. I like UFOs. I like UAPs, but you're not gonna convince me of them.
Oh.
While riding in a truck with 6 of his co-workers, a forestry worker named Travis Walton allegedly encountered a saucer-shaped object hovering over the ground. Travis says that after he left the truck and approached the object, a beam of light suddenly appeared from the craft and knocked him unconscious. His co-workers were spooked and drove off without him. Travis was later considered a missing person.
They left him?
He, however, did reappear, but how long did Travis go missing for? Was it A, 5 hours and 6 minutes, B, 5 days and 6 hours, C, 5 weeks and 6 days, or D, 5 months and 6 days?
If he was gone for 5 months and 6 days, that's not.
insane.
Someone is stealing his identity at that point.
I would think it would be 5 hours, but like, you know, in abduction stories, you gotta exaggerate it a little more, right?
Dude, it can't be months. You think he's gonna come back 5 months later?
3, 2, 1. Ooh.
I think it's B.
Yeah, I feel like it's gotta be something extra for like people to still be talking about it right now.
Literally, I cannot go past 5 days.
Okay.
Because anything else is bonkers.
You are correct.
Yes!
I think they had a nice conversation. Travis obviously talked about his crap friends,
Right.
you know.
And they were like, well, what if I come back like in 5 hours? And the aliens were like, they're not gonna believe that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep you 5 days.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we're gonna erase your memory.
Yeah, exactly.
According to Travis's own writing about the experience, Travis awoke in what appeared to be a medical office or lab with a triangular ceiling among 3 humanoid beings. They stood under 5 feet tall and were wearing soft, billowy orange-brown overalls. Travis attacked the 3
Overalls?
beings,
Attacked them?
into another room with 3 more people. These people
a normal human?
pushed him onto a table and put a mask over his mouth and nose, at which point Travis passed out. The next thing Travis knew, he was lying on the
What?
ground in Heber, Arizona. He saw a silvery disc-shaped craft hovering above the road near him, which then flew straight up into the sky and disappeared silently.
I don't want the aliens to come for me because I say this, but I feel like these people just want hype. There's no way this can be real.
We're talking about aliens from outer space coming in and abducting somebody. They're not wearing a pair of overalls. No, I'm sorry.
Carolina, you're still not a believer, huh?
If you're gonna get kidnapped, it's gonna be better and cooler than that.
Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker claimed that they were abducted by aliens while fishing near Pascagoula, Mississippi. But my question to you is, what alien did they claim to have encountered?
Fish aliens. Phalians.
Look!
Whoa!
What the hell?
There's only one answer that it could possibly be. Like, what are these drawings?
Oh, this is the Pascagoula one. They all look Pascagoula, bro.
A, we got Cyclops shark. B, we got, what is that, medieval lizard?
And
man.
C is all anuses.
Yeah.
Alien A was in Suicide Squad.
You know what? Number 2, B, looks like the villain from The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes! I was just thinking that.
I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna put, but I absolutely think it's B.
3, 2, 1.
Going A.
I'm going B.
All right.
Dang.
I'm going with B.
Correct answer is A.
Yes,
Really?
let's
It is
go.
A.
And people believed them.
But we knew it wasn't C, and that's the
Yeah,
important part,
C
right?
wouldn't be it.
Because how embarrassing would
Yeah,
that be?
that's who you got abducted by. It's wow.
Dude, if I got abducted by C, I would not say anything.
Yeah.
I've seen 3 bulky-looking creatures coming toward us.
See, this is what I expect from someone who's seen an alien.
Toilet paper mummy robots?
5 foot tall.
Built like football players.
Parker claims he and Hickson were levitated into the spacecraft.
And the old big ugly creature that brought me in, he took me and laid me on an examination table. All I could do was look, and there was something about the size of a deck of cards that came out of the ceiling, and it hovered about a foot in front of my eyes.
Like, did he mix the creature of the Black Lagoon and the MRI he had scheduled later that day and put them together in a nap?
Did scientists look in these people's systems to see if they had drugs in there before?
I'm with her, LSD all the way. Just
Didn't
went
you
on
say
a-
you believe in aliens?
Yeah, but I believe in aliens, but I don't know if I believe that they're specifically here or have been here.
I just
know?
want them to say a different story.
Isn't it weird how they're all the
same?
Yeah.
In a small farm in the outskirts of LA, Linda Porter awoke to find herself aboard what she believed was a UFO.
Don't be bringing this into my backyard, you know what I mean? Why?
No, mates.
She recalled encountering a gray creature that brought her to another type of being, taller in size, that looked like what Earth-based creature? Was it A, lizards, B, squids, C, flamingo, or D, praying mantis?
Ooh, I'm feeling energy from a certain letter.
Yo, I swear to God.
Imagine you see a giant flamingo.
Crazy people believe there's up to 29 different types of alien species currently in some sort of multi-galactic and or just in our galaxy, and humans are the next to join. Yeah, it's been going on for decades, Brian. You don't know about the space wars going on behind Jupiter?
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I went D2. I went praying mantis.
Yeah.
It feels like that's what someone would make up.
I think you're right though. I think it's praying mantis.
I know.
D!
Let's go!
A praying mantis.
Let's go. I knew it. I knew it.
17-year-old Linda Porter awakens to find herself aboard a strange craft. A small creature that appeared to be a gray alien led her towards a light-filled room where she encountered another type of being. One much taller and with the features of a praying mantis.
Praying mantis, they look like aliens.
May handle the person who's being abducted, but
I don't like this.
That would scare me.
Yo, that's...
That one would do it.
Why? Yo, imagine being the praying mantis in the back, just calling the shots.
David Huggins is an artist who is claimed to have been given permission by aliens to create series of paintings about his lifelong experiences as an alien abductee. His first encounter with aliens was as early as 8 years old. His most shocking encounter, though, happened later on in life when he allegedly did what? A.
No.
I was about to say, an alien made love to him, so I'm happy it was the opposite here.
A. Had sex with an alien. B. Learned to operate a UFO. C, saw an alien die. Or D, had an opportunity to travel to Mars.
It's a man, so I'm gonna go with A.
I'm gonna be honest, if I was him, what's the most shocking encounter? Probably not the alien sex.
This guy got abducted and was like, I'll make a move now. This is my time. Really? I don't think so.
Travel to Mars.
Yeah, I think it's traveled to Mars too.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying this guy had sex with an alien.
There
Dude. Learn to operate a UFO? Lame. Saw an alien die? Lame.
Please be A.
A!
Yes! My guy!
The correct answer is A.
Woo!
What?
He had sex with an alien?
No, he did not.
Yeah, of course he didn't.
But the reason why it was shocking is because at 17 years old, he claims that he lost his virginity to a female extraterrestrial named Crescent. And he fathered a clan of hybrid alien-human babies.
Okay, that's a pretty alien name.
My name is David Huggins. I'm 72 years old, and I live in Hoboken, New Jersey. I was living a perfectly normal life.
So you do have pictures.
Remembering things. This is the woman I never told anyone about. When I was 17, I lost my virginity to a female extraterrestrial.
Look at her.
It's a human with an alien head. It's a human with an alien head.
What's he? Oh my God, it's the praying mantis?
It's connected. It is connected.
Kirsan Ilyumzhinov is a Russian politician who was the first president of the Republic of Kalmykia, and he claimed to have been taken from his flat by aliens and traveled within their spaceship. But after his abduction, Kirsan believes which popular game comes from outer space?
Connect 4.
A, capture the flag, B, chess, C, cornhole, or D, checkers.
Ooh, this is hard. None of them are really like jumping out at me.
What are they doing in outer space? You really think they're playing chess and checkers up in space?
Capture the flag would be sick with aliens. If like I hypothetically were gonna play a game with aliens, it would be capture the flag.
Yeah.
It better not be. Okay.
All
Let's
right,
go.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
A.
Oh yeah. Capture the flag.
No, but also I could totally see like a praying mantis playing chess.
The correct answer is B, chess.
Dang it.
Cool.
Chess?
Wow. You don't say. Why?
I was taken by my apartment in Moscow to this spaceship, and we went to some star theory. Chess comes from the space. Why? Because the same rules. 64. This is 64 squares. Why? I think it seems maybe
That is bonkers to me. Like, how would you think that chess, clearly a game of war, came from space?
Black was one of the first Americans to make the claim of being an alien abductee. He goes on to claim that 3 friendly human spacemen, accompanied by a large dog, visited him and offered him a chance to travel with them through the stars. What 3 places in the solar system does Buck claim to have visited?
This is like giving Guardians of the Galaxy,
Is it A, Venus, Mars, and the Earth's moon? B, Neptune, Jupiter, and the dark spot on the sun?
That's kind of cool.
Or C, Pluto, Uranus, and a dying star?
Well, first of all, when we've talked about some of these, Uranus was probably a part of it.
That's where they're speaking out of.
Hey.
Well, Jupiter, you can't really go on Jupiter.
I feel like if I'm Buck, I would just like to say the word Uranus over and over.
3, 2, 1.
Because star feels the most ridiculous out of all of them. Like how would he go in a dying star? Like how is that even possible? You just like stand on there.
Apparently, we're just on the same page.
Yeah, it just feels like the most lying one.
All right. So the correct answer is...
We got this.
Not C.
Oh!
It is A, Venus, Mars, and the Earth's moon.
Homie, you pick something you could do without them. Like, what?
Their first stop was the palace of a ruler on planet Mars, which Buck quickly learned was full of people, horses, and cattle. Though the buildings of the planet were designed to look like rocks on the outside, on the inside they were solid steel industrial marvels.
Oh, advanced. Yeah, well, we should have known.
Both the light and dark sides, of course. They visited a very important ruler there for a banquet, and then later hung out with the locals. Then they hopped back on the ship and traveled to the aliens' home planet of Venus, where, surprise, surprise, another eminent ruler awaited them. Buck was surprised to find that most everybody there also wore overalls, though.
Really? They wore overalls.
They wore overalls.
Yo.
There's a few variations of Buck's story, but the one that's my favorite is that one of the spacemen turned out to be a 19-year-old Colorado man who happened to just live on Venus. He taught aliens English, and turned out he was Buck's distant cousin.
Oh, sure. Right on.
Oh my God. That's why they just announced it, because now they speak English. And that's why now it's this whole thing that the government said that the aliens are real. Ugh.
I'm so fascinated by aliens, as skeptical as I am. Like, I love hearing all of the...
I still believe in aliens.
I believe every single one of them.
Yeah, specifically the one that had sex with them.
Mostly the one that had sex with them, yes.
Thanks for watching this episode.
Do you believe in aliens? Let us know in the comments below.
Bye!